Today, na the 24th of October 2023, and I want to talk to you briefly about this indictment where Eric Tataw faced these charges for America, for Maryland. Now, first of all, as Nafisian for here, the case be brought by the United States of America versus Eric Tataw, where not the defendant. And now the criminal number, this Nafisian, the right hand for here, criminal number 0353. Now the charges in this way, Eric Tataw face him. They be documented for here. So the first one, you get bank fraud where it carry a maximum sentence of 30 years. But of course, we know say they no go sentence you for up to 30 years. Now just maximum. They could give you something way less than that. You get wire fraud, you get aggravated identity theft. Now that one that we'll get to pay attention to, because aggravated identity theft, it get a minimum mandatory sentence of 2 years. Where it means that if they find you guilty, they must go prison for a minimum of 2 years. And after that one, we make them a conclude that Eric Tataw must go prison for a minimum of 2 years, because the case it be overwhelming and it be very compelling to the extent where there is no way, I don't see no way where Eric Tataw will avoid prison. The next charge with the charging are money laundering, and then of course you get the obstruction of justice. And then this one to be very important for down here when I see here forfeiture. I will explain what forfeiture mean. But before I go explain about forfeiture, I want to understand exactly why did they charge you and why way it be important for this case. So now count 1 and 2, bank fraud. So before I even go further, the context why they make this audio, now they make una understand say that the people in this way they call themselves Amazonians. Where they talk today, so they want for change country, they want for fix Cameroon from corruption, from marginalization, from embezzlement, and all of those things the way they accuse Cameroon government of doing. But now the same people in this way, as soon as they go for America, because Eric Tataw go for America only a few years ago, now I think 2017 or 2018, but he don't already reach for there, he involved himself in all kinds of criminal activity, fraud, bank fraud, wire fraud, aggravated identity theft, and all of these things there. So when I see whenever some person there for abroad, they don't go for them maybe 3, 4, 5 or 7 years later, when I see the flaunt money, multi-millionaire, all those kind of things there. Most of the time, that money it been a illicit gains. It been a money where it get them out of fraud. No been a lawful kind of way for make money, because plenty people like myself included, we run there for Europe for 20 how many years then, but we need to show multi-million-dollar houses and all of those things then, because for shutting down work money, first of all go for school, come out, graduate, and then they pay student loans. Why where you get a career, you work, they save money for get a multi-million-dollar property. Why where you get family for take care of for Cameroon, and then you get your own personal needs and all of those things, then it be very difficult. So most of these people, the way they do those things, then you get to be very suspicious of them. They be involved in some kind of criminal activity. Before I continue, any person where you want to read the full indictment, the document there for our website on today, www.countrypeople.com/Eric Tataw fraud, one word. So una go for the una download the 19-page indictment if you want to read every detail. I'm not going to read all the details for una because it will bore una. And many of una not be law experts, me too, I not study law. So I'm not going to try to talk something where it would be too complicated or something where I not understand, or when I not go understand, I will just stay on the basics for make me get an understanding of the case where it be brought by the United States government against Eric Tataw. So moving on, another thing we want to get for understand will be very important. Now this one, the very first paragraph 1, they said the defendant Eric Tataw was a foreign national of Cameroon residing in Maryland. So as it stands up to now, Eric Tataw is still a Cameroonian citizen because he entered America with a Cameroonian passport and he never even followed through with the immigration process. It means he no get asylum and he no get green card. So Eric Tataw, after serving that prison sentence, it could bring about some other ramifications against it. For example, the application for asylum would be declined, because one of the terms and conditions for seek for asylum now say you not go get involved in any criminal activity. But this one a felony charge. So now another thing this way we need for make sure say we notify the immigration services for America for understand, so that they will cancel the application for asylum. And it will make sure it will make him now Eric Tataw become stateless. Fantastic. So now he go on for details. Say January 17, 2020, Eric Tataw be registered National Telegraph as a company in Maryland. So now I'm not going to read the whole document for now, but I will just go now for explain what way the whole fraud, wire fraud, and aggravated identity theft and all of those things they mean, and what they mean for the case against Eric Tataw. So that one, now page 1. If we go for page 2, when I go see the very first, the 5th paragraph, it talk about the Paycheck Protection Program. From here, when I go see they will call them PPP, because Paycheck Protection Program, now a program where the American government put them in place for 2020 for help small businesses them, may they not go bankrupt. And they will give people them these loans them for make sure that their companies go survive, and so that they go fit pay their paychecks where it means that the salaries for the employees and all of those kind of things them. So the terms and conditions for this Paycheck Protection Program, the PPP loans, it will be very fixed. They will tell you exactly what way you fit do with the money and what way you no fit do with the money. Basically, as they will talk, I'm not reading for you, they talk say the PPP loans were to cover payroll, fixed debt, utilities, rent, mortgage, accounts payable, and other bills incurred by qualifying businesses during the result of the COVID-19 pandemic. PPP loans were fully guaranteed by the SBA and the Small Business Administration. Okay, it go on for explain exactly what way, because you know if you use the PPP loans for personal expenditures or for buy anything will not be related to the business. Okay, so what way did they charge Eric for? When we go now into the fraud, you can see and say this. So the charges say he used that scheme for the first instance, $35,000 for National Telegraph, and then go on for seek another amount of money. When I read the whole document, it would tell you exactly how much it will collect from that PPP loan. So I think that the other amount is $50,000 where it collect them again. So now what we Eric Tataw be doing now say if file for the IRS and if file for the American government say this, so it get for the first quarter of the year 2020, if file say it will get 3 employees for National Telegraph, and then for the second, third, and fourth quarter, if file say it will get 7 employees. So it increase the number because it be want me to give you a bigger loan. So if you see and see this, so it then use that loan now for do what way it no be in the terms and conditions for the loan. That is fraud. Now the people in this way they talk say Cameroon get corruption and other kind of thing. Then if we give this kind of person a big opportunity for Cameroon, like ministerial position and whatnot, now this kind of people they for tip all money for country. But now them that way they talk about say they so Cameroon get corruption and whatnot. So if you see them for this charge where they write them for here, they talk them for here say it is so Eric Tataw be use some of that money for buy cryptocurrency for crypto.com. The account is spent approximately $11,128 for cryptocurrency. That's about 7 million or so, thereabout, for that cryptocurrency, which is not what the PPP loan was supposed to be about. So you see, for this document, the American, the investigators, they do their diligent work. They will tell you the dates, the times, the account number, and what transaction was made, and exact amount of the transaction. Now, because they get access to Eric Tataw accounts, they don't get all the bank statements and everything for know how the money will come in and how the money will go out. So they don't do a thorough investigation before they do this indictment. Okay, so if you see now under wire fraud, when account for this indictment, they talk about something they call them say the COVID highlight them. This one, so where they say the COVID-19 economic injury disaster loans, where they call them from now henceforth they call them and say EIDL. So the EIDL program too, it will be enough for help small businesses that may survive the pandemic, and we also get very strict rules how to use the money. You know, we're supposed to use the money for your personal needs, or for maybe buy house or buy cars or go for restaurants or do investment. No, it will be very specific. Once again, Eric Tataw will apply for that scheme. It collects some plenty money from that scheme, hundreds of thousands of US dollars. By this time, it will file for the government. Say it is so. It get 10 employees. So it don't increase the number. Say it will get 3 employees by the first quarter of 2020. By the second, third, and fourth quarter, it apply for another arm of the government. Say it gets 7 employees. At the same time, it apply for the which they call them again, for the other for take the other loan, that COVID-19 economic economic injury disaster loan, EIDL. So it tell them say this, so it get now 10 employees. And now, because it get 10 employees, now if you see them for here, ma zoom am info now. Now the amount of money that approximately $180,000 in funds where he apply for. and I believe said they will give you the money. So now, as they don't get all that evidence, they get into your bank accounts and everything, the indictment, it be very, very detailed. So now, it be very, very detailed. They tell you the dates, the time, and everything because they get all that information against you. So, count 5, aggravated theft. Now, identity theft. So now this one way it be important because it get a minimum mandatory sentence of 2 years. So for this one now, for page 15, they will explain for now exactly how it use some person's social security number, your personal identification information, and then also your driving license and everything else for apply for a loan using that person's details. So that person own a share in National Telegraph, which was a lie. So based on that one identity theft. So now this one, we don't really know about this one when obstruction of justice, where we now know after the state authorities, them, the federal agents, them, they started investigate Eric Tataw for all of these financial crimes, fraud, and whatnot. So now it tried to intimidate the witness, for me the witness not testify for the grand jury, and because of that they be arrested last month for September 2023. They be arrested, and a wide away as I speak today, the 24th of October. Eric Tataw get ankle bracelet for your foot. So now why that way? Now the charge that count 6. So now the other count now 7. Now still obstruction of justice, and then forfeiture. Now wait that way. When I need for no forfeiture now say where it means say the United States government, if they say upon conviction of the offenses alleged in counts 1, 2, 3. Count 1, 2, 4, and 5 of the indictment, the defendant shall forfeit to the United States, pursuant to blah, 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 any property constituting or derived from proceeds obtained directly or indirectly as a result of such offenses. So basically, what they talk now say, if you commit crime and you use the proceeds of that crime for acquire property and you get convicted of that crime, then the state will seize all those properties because they don't want no person for benefit from crime. So now all that houses, the way it be flaunt them, say they live in multi-million-dollar houses, they don't use some of that money for pay mortgages or for pay advance or deposit for those houses them, or for pay for renovations or anything like that. As long as it don't spend some of that money where it acquire them illegally, fraudulently, as long as it use that money for buy motor, for start a business, or for buy a house, then the American government get the right for forfeiture. Once they don't find it guilty of those crimes of fraud and all of those things, then they get the right now for go after your assets them, for seize them, for recuperate all that money where it's from the state. And also the investigative team, how they don't do the diligent work and all of those things, them, the court proceedings and all of those things, them, it costs a lot of money. And someone has to pay for that. If he be found guilty, he could pay, and they could pay themselves through forfeiture, where they could seize the assets, liquidate them, take the money, put them back into the federal treasury. So now so it happened for America. So all of these things then now which that way they talk. They even go as far as to talk about substitute assets, where it means say if you use that money for acquire wealth, for example, if the wealth be out of the country where the American government not feel rich. For example, you use that amount of money for fraud, for buy mansions in Saudi Arabia, and the American government not go liquidate that property for Saudi Arabia for recoup their money. What the American government will do now, they go look for other assets where you own them in the United States, where even if you don't get nothing to do with the fraud. For example, if you don't already buy your house before you commit the fraud, and then after you commit the fraud, you go buy a house for Saudi Arabia. America, they not go sell that one for Saudi Arabia. But the one where you buy them for America, where not get nothing to do with the fraud, American government get right for seize them, sell them, for recuperate their money. That one are your business. Now what they talk about substitute assets. So if you use that money for invest in properties abroad or invest in property in someone else's name, like in this case, the house where Eric Tataw buy, you put them for a woman in name deliberately. Because if you want, make it no trace back to you, so that American government no go fit seize them. But the American government is not that stupid. They understand how the game works. They go seize the properties them, they go liquidate them for recuperate their money back. So now all that way we need to know about the indictment for Eric Tataw. Any person we want to find out more, or you want to read the indictments in detail, if you go for our website, and as I don't really show now, go for our website www.countrypeople.com/Eric Tataw fraud, and then you go download the full indictment, you examine them for yourself. Thank you plenty, my country people. Then. Today, number 24 day for October 2023.
Yes, date today na the 27th December 2019. I want to tell Mr. Bia, say all my people, you don't kill him. I still continue to kill my people. But he tell you, say, me, Major General Commando, the king of Momo, I don't talk, say I no ever surrender. Me forget. I don't kill all my people. We need to die people for road everywhere. Where they kill them. But me no say, they will kill them, but one person will last remain where they will put you down. Because this country will they fight, whom they own. The whole world they know, say the country they fight and whom they own. And today, at the tell the world say, we will not fight with Mr. Bia, but Mr. Bia they fight with war. But I still don't find them. Now so we don't be ready for fight the war with you. Mickey ready himself. Mickey ready himself. Then we only thank UN when they only tell you, Mickey come up for our land. Me UN come up for our land. Me La Republic come up for our land. We dey beg UN, United Nations. Me they tell you, Mickey live for our land. Commonwealth, Africa Union. Na tell you, Mickey come up for our land. What people want to die. Every day they still die. I tell you today, sir, Mr. Bia, move your people and go. Let me free for our land. Move, enjoy our land. Now mean, Major General Commando, the king of Momo, in the absence of my assistant, when I the mighty Sambimbi, I tell you, La Republic, say when I go. You don't fool our own picking the sinner for the land, they can't die. You fool the sinner, they can't die for the land. Might just make you know say the land, you know ever win because the land no belongs to you. This land, you know ever succeed because you don't get even prayer for this land. Now who get a prayer? And he tell you say we find out for prayer. You don't take all kind of mess in the work for our land because the land is not your own. You know if you go, but as you insist for people that are land, then you will take your own. I believe say this small one I don't tell what I tell you so, it will surely hear and it will come up for our land. As you can enter New Year, I don't want to see una for our land for New Year because New Year go bad. New Year go bad. After New Year, it go danger go be. After New Year. Now me, Major General Commando, the king of Momo, now me I talk here. After New Year, go back una sin and go. I will destroy. I will destroy una. Una will see my action. So thank una. Thank the world. No election for our land. No election for our land. No election. Now me the king of Momo, now me I talk. King Commando, now me I talk. Say, no election. No election. I don't talk. When I pack on a thing and go. Election, me there for friend side. Me, when I go for Douala, when I go for Yaoundé, a day a creepy. A day for that side when I need to go there. Now for our own land when I can't hang for there. Where's the we have problem for our land? Where's the we have problem for our land?
Commando.
This trip.
The United Nations.
Danger.
To remove La Republic for Ambazonia land.
Need to go for their land. Need to move.
The Major General Commando.
Now me at the top.
Is asking the UN to remove La Republic from Ambazonia land.
So this incident it happened yesterday for Insa Bamenda, where our forces them where they come up for Insa Foya area the area for Foya be controlled by Bafut 7 Qatar forces them. They come for Sisia Quarter day for come talk something or for come do some business. The information is still be murky from the side of the soldiers them, but we don't hear from them. They want the way they give information, it not be clear. so I know if you go along with the information. But whatever the business it be with our forces them, where they come for Shisha Quarter Day, they come with the whole gun the way be concealed. That means they hide their gun them. They be get a business or something to do with some group of scammers them. This boy them with them, they know them for quarter as scammers them, this fey men them. They come for day, they meet up this boy them, they talk. This boy and a boy the way they done, they always flash money around and live a very scrupulous lifestyle for inside Shisha Quarter. Somehow in their exchange, they get into argument and one thing leads to the other. Our Ambazonian fighter then move gun, then shoot the gun and they then kill one innocent passerby where be the pass for road. Would want to highlight this thing for let our population also be on top of it, for advise our boys them on how to use firearms and the purpose where you carry this gun, make they know they happen, this type of things that they happen, because when it happens, so the population will be traumatized. The innocent person will be the passing for road and kill it. If family also go to question a lot of things, and so we need to be much more disciplined. As soon as the soldier there could be more accountability, I will come back for the public for explain further. In this same light, we don't get a spike in kidnapping for ransom. It go again higher, and we call on all Ambazonian soldiers them and their commander, especially the general them, for rein in any rogue fighters, for make sure they make no person commit kidnapping for ransom. Kidnapping for ransom, according to our definition, will be accepted by most people them. Now say you go cash man just because that man get money. That man never do you anything. You just move motive, sometimes without motive. You just cash man because you feel say when you hold that man you go take money. That one na pure robbery, na pure kidnapping. You no get nothing to do with this struggle, even if the soldier it talks say be soldier or not. That one it is spoil this struggle, never spoil. I mean it make a me go before. It help isolate our soldiers and from the population, and it make a me la republic win. Any man where they do kidnapping for ransom, it facilitate or promote or need condemn or distance kidnapping from ransom from this our struggle. That person it need to help Ambazonia, it help na la republic more. So those people then be more dangerous than the black legs, because now they create the black legs them all over the place. So we don't get an uptick for kidnapping for ransom. I could bring some of the cases them for public accountability with the hope say it could change and alter behavior for ground zero for protect our public interest in this regard. Another one where it don't happen, where it be very disturbing and it don't touch some of our people for diaspora, where na people waiting there for this struggle. Now the one where they don't kidnap some person waiting for it work. This man a SDF member, a man were gay, na Secretary General for Tuba Council. The man no be elected member for Tuba Council, so no man no fit talk to them catching that because na impostor way it go misrepresent itself like representing the people them. This man na man with the regime for Yaoundé and the Tuba network for CPDM. They don't try for kill it for many ways. It never happen. Now our boys them that can kidnap you for day and it need for stop. The forces them, Ambazonian fighter them for inside Tuba, they don't be highly infiltrated using bribes, corruption. La Republic don't try for replicating Kambe for inside Tuba. So many forces then day for day some way they even take money for bribe for compromise their other brother them. So na place where it ready near. So it be likely this case, according to the information we'll get them, na case where the La Republic CPDM they don't pay an Ambazonian group way it don't be compromised or group of boys them. Me then can kidnap this person because of all problems. We don't trace the problem, trace the problem between this money and the CPDM. May away there for Tuba. We don't discover and say na the case that, na the likely case that from all indication we don't be substantiated. Some of those we will not share and for public. This man, Emmanuel Gear, we be done being the SDF member for that council for Tuba. The CPDM council member them for they be done talk me the Cameroon government send later arrive for Yaoundé previously. Me the arrestee say the work with Ambazonian fighter them. Then lucky for prison for 2 years before they do one release now. It function for the way we be for inside village for the. They don't try for kill even through traditional methods in them. Put medicine for a house several times. He never die. They don't finally use the Ambazonian fighter them for catchy. And the fighter them way they don't catch him, then realize themselves no say they inside help na la Republic, they don't manipulate them using money. Then cash a man, so they move 500,000 for money where we get them for online. They don't move all the money. They don't take phone. They call a family member. They wait in there for diaspora. One of them for Switzerland when a strong backer for struggle. It go through this type of thing. Me they know the impact where such things that they happen for struggle. If person there for diaspora, it is support struggle. You want yesterday they don't kidnap your family for ground zero. It be very discouraging. It make many people that need the support and it affect the struggle as a whole. And it make our diaspora community they feel threatened by our own defender the way that they're supposed to protect we. It make diaspora they know if come back home for meet their family, for be encouraged, for relieve them from the pain of this war. Another case now one for some boy we na very famous boy. The person where they do product and he don't get support for the Queen of England. He don't be recognized as one of those people them for inside Mezam where they help their community them. And he don't be recognized right by the Queen of England. He get very high connection and highly regarded person. He be kidnapped. I be personally intervene for a case. He don't be released after money don't be paid. Now if he threaten, a family be threatened and the entire family they think about moving away from Ambazonia and away from Mezam. Those are the very bad effect where this type of activity if you get them. Our greatest enemy for our struggle na kidnapping for ransom. And those who they condole them, those who they facilitate them, they be worse than blacklegs. So I will just name some few kidnapping the way that happen, where it don't come from attention, who don't handle them, and make it stop. For Nkwen, for Tuesday for Nkwen, 3 male them, they be kidnapped where they be drink for inside bar for around my 3, for it happened around 7 o'clock. On Thursday, one woman, they be kidnapped for upstation around that hot spot where it be make you way, if you want go back for house around 8 o'clock. Another one, boy then come for inside for Mezam, say them been a ghost warrior. I don't talk say ghost warrior and name we were fighter that they use them for Ambazonian dark forces, then come for around Mezam, say that the one can destroy, scatter me people. They no watch the boxing between Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou. They come for the bar, then destroy things, then chakara things, then think that run. This cultural war will not be fight and we gone. Now, we would use our mic. I don't address the issue about this boxing because our youth, them definitely they will follow those type of events, and there is very little we can do. For some store for inside Ngeng Junction Day, boy then come for this, the one can ask na liberation tax, they can broke bakery, then carry things and for they take people their money, charge people their phone, go them, come on one pass again for around Ghana Street, then do the same thing again, just 30 minutes after that particular one for Ngeng Junction. And then also for T Junction, 2 people them, one woman be adopted, one for Cow Street also be adopted. And also for on the 30th, around 7 o'clock, 2 women them. Also they don't where they be come off for hospital, they one pass around Foncha Street Junction, then also catch them, then hold them, then charge them, take their money them. All those activities are just armed robbery. They have nothing to do with our struggle. And any soldier or any camera they use this way for raise money, for use this way for take money for people, that one are stealing, that one are thief, and those must stop. And we call on anybody where they do this one for no say it be worse than blackleg, whether you carry yourself so you be Ambazonian soldier or not, or you be Ambazonian leader or not, you are the one creating the blacklegs, you are the one spoiling this our struggle, and you must stop it if indeed you love our country and if indeed you fight for our country. We are the weaker side in fighting this war, and we must be more disciplined.